Love you, Albert Pujols. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It's Thanksgiving week, everybody. So hope we got big plans for Thanksgiving. Hope you get time to rest and relax. Thanks for joining us today for another episode of Standing Out. I'm Trey Griggs, your host and the CEO and Chief Encouragement Officer of Beta Consulting Group. We're helping companies share their customer stories with client testimonials. Check us out at betaconsultinggroup.com. See how we can help you help your customers tell your stories to your prospects. Also, find us on social media all around. My personal is Trey Griggs24, and you can find us Beta Consulting Group everywhere. A lot of things going on, especially in Twitter world or X world, as they say. FreightX is heating up. The meme game is strong with F3 and Craig Fuller throwing down the gauntlet for creators to get the memes out there. So make sure you're checking out FreightX and following the crew in that regard. Reed Loestelot, Ben Cheery. So many great follows on Twitter. So make sure you're doing that as well. Also, before we get started today, I want to give a shout out to our friends over at SPI Logistics for sponsoring this show. Listen, if you are a freight broker and you're tired of having your MC and just dealing with all that headache, make sure that you check out SPI Logistics. Go to success.spi3pl.com to learn about how they have the technology, the systems, the back office support to help you succeed, help you stay in your sweet spot. You may just want to work with customers, sell freight, and book loads, and just stay in your sweet spot. Let them handle everything else. Check them out again at success.spi3pl.com to learn more about them. All right, we got a special guest on the show today. He's actually one of the agents at SPI Logistics. I got to meet this guy down in Phoenix playing golf, and I regret to inform you that he absolutely smoked me out on the golf course. We had a great time, so please give it up from SPI Logistics, one of their agents, Drew Burtner, in the house.
Hey, Trey.
Hey, what's up, brother? How are you doing, man?
Good to see you again.
We got to let Big Sean flow just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good walk-up song, man. Mm-hmm.
That's right, man.
My kids are big Sean fans. That's actually how I learned about him. He was doing a lot of collaboration. I'm noticing that some of these new artists have a lot of collaborations. They were doing a lot of stuff together with other artists. Seems to be a big deal.
Absolutely. That's how a lot of them, get their name out there. They do a verse on someone else's song, and
Yep. The one who's getting a lot of play right now, oddly enough, in all genres, is Luke Combs. Luke Combs is getting a lot of play. He's a country artist, but he's getting a lot of play in pop music. And I think I actually saw him he was a feature spot on a hip hop song recently. So it's pretty impressive.
I know that a lot of the EDM DJs are mixing country music into their sets. I actually saw Loud Luxury out in Vegas months ago, and I think Luke Combs was one of the songs that they remixed. So it's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that guy's on fire right now. Big fan of Luke Combs as well, and just music in general. So, hey, man, listen, it is great to have you on the show. Thanks for being on the show today. Before we get started, are you a coffee drinker or a water drinker? Which one would you prefer? We're going to send you one for being on the show today.
Ooh, water, my man.
Ooh,
water.
I like definitely. It, man. We'll get that water bottle out to you. Take a picture of it, throw it on social, man, and enjoy it. It's a good bottle. It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love these things. The metal. It's solid, that's for sure. All right, let's get started.
Well, for me on the golf course, bro.
It is going to go well. This actually fits well in the golf bag. I put it in my bag all the time, and I see you have your golf clubs behind you as well. We're going to have to talk about golf here in just a little bit, but it's a great water bottle. We'll get it out to you. Speaking of which, I got a little fun fact about you. I know you're a golf junkie. I did not know you're a 5 handicap. That's solid, bro. That's solid.
Yeah, man. It's kind of no man's land, though. Getting to 5 was tough, and then getting past that is even tougher. You go out and shoot 74, 76, and then next day it's 79, 80, 82, and you're like, what happened?
That's right.
It's
Golf
all
is one of
about
the
the
few
putting,
sports.
man.
It is. It's one of the few sports where from day to day, you can go from looking like you own the sport to looking like you just picked up a club. It's just one of those weird sports. It's just not it's like if you play basketball and you're a good shooter, every day it kind of looks good. Like you'll make some shots. It looks good. Golf, it's just the opposite. Some days the ball
Dude,
goes right down the middle, and other days it's like, where is this going?
I think you witnessed that from me firsthand because, when we started the round together, we actually joined up on the sixth hole, I think, or
Yep,
seventh
yep,
hole.
yep.
I had birdied 6, birdied 7, and then I think I finished. I have the scorecard right here, actually.
No, you don't.
Swear to God, man. Yeah.
Are my scores
Finished
on there?
off.
Oh.
No, I didn't write yours down. I wouldn't do that to you, man. But I mean, coming home, I went bogey, double, double, or no, bogey, bogey, double to finish and shoot a 42 on the back after an even front 9. So that was a little bit
Crazy game, man.
painful, but yeah,
Crazy
absolutely.
game. Well, you set the bar really high because you birdied the first 2 holes I played. I was like, man, this guy's solid. I'm in trouble the rest of the day, but we had a good time. That was a lot of fun out in the desert of the sun at the Bill Buttlicker Memorial Golf Tournament. First episode of that, first edition. We're gonna have to have another one of those in April when we go out for TI. Okay,
Yeah,
let's get
absolutely.
into and before we do that, those golf clubs in the back, dude. You got a special story about that. I love the white handles, love the white grips, but you got a story about those golf clubs. Show that off real quick. Show off what you showed us
Yeah,
earlier.
so I got fit for my clubs at a place called True Spec in Scottsdale. I'm a big
Look
Arnold
at
Palmer
this. Look at
fan.
that right there. Look at that.
Got my Arnold
Nice. Nice. I
Palmer
love that.
back here. Good guy. But yeah, these are the ferrules, little Arnold Palmer ferrules. And when I got fit, the numbers that I was getting the best results with were on those TaylorMade P760s, but the MC7s or the newer models were coming out that week, so they weren't able to order them for me. And I ended up being like, he's like, if you want to order them, I could put them together for you, but you got to do that. And I was like, no, I'm too lazy. But recently I saw the numbers again. I'm like, you know what? I need to go grab those. And I found them online, mint condition from Second Swing for like half price. Found a guy, his name's Sean Mahoney. I don't know
Ooh, that's a cool
any
name.
social media stuff. Yeah, really nice guy too. Great at what he does, man. He cut the shafts, he put the ferrules in the shafts on the heads after removing the old shafts and regripped them. So that's where I was picking up this morning right before we got onto this. But,
Nice. Dude, I love that.
yeah,
Fun
pretty
fact
cool.
about me, my first real set of golf clubs, I put them together myself. I bought the components from Golfsmith back in the day where they would sell you the golf head, the shaft, and you'd actually glue them together. And I had a friend whose dad had all the equipment. So my first set, I did the exact same thing. And for the golf junkies out there, this little story you shared might be on YouTube. So if it is, we'll put it in the show notes if you have a link.
Tell everyone what kind of clubs you play now, man.
Well, now I got okay. So all right, well, if we're showing off clubs, So I've got these relics, man. These things aren't even made anymore. Check this out. These are the Tiger Woods VR Pro, Nike blades from 2013, 2014, and I just can't move on from.
Well, you hit them great, man. You hit them great.
You got a small top line, and when you do hit it great, it feels amazing. And so maybe one day I'm not good enough to play those anymore, but I still play them because I love them. Love the way they look. But we had a good time. That was a fun time on the golf course together for sure.
Yes, sir.
That was good. Hit a couple good shots, enough to keep coming back. So that's what all that matters. All right, Drew. So listen, we got to get into this, man. We were on the golf course, and I was asking you questions about your career and whatnot, and you started telling me this wild story of how you fell into transportation. All of us tend to fall into transportation. Nobody really plans for this, but we all end up here. But you've got a pretty interesting story. I'd love for you to share how you got into transportation. Tell me tell everybody what you told me on the golf course.
Yeah. So Trey kind of asked me, oh, so, were you working for a different logistics company before this, or what were you doing? And I was like, no, actually, I was waiting tables at Mastro's Steakhouse. And he's like, wait, what? So what happened was one of my buddies, childhood friend, was freshman roommates with him freshman year in college at ASU. It's Go Devils,
Go Sun
baby.
Devils. Yeah.
He called me, and we had always talked about starting a business together. And he was like, "Man, I've got it. I know what we're gonna do. We are going to run freight." And I was like, "Run freight?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm working for this company. It was a big brokerage. I'll leave their name out, but he had actually gotten fired for what he said was some bullshit, and that he had customers. They were still running freight, so he needed me to, basically use my name and my social security number to sign up with a different company, so that he could keep running freight with the customers." And I was like, "Okay, like, is this legit or what?" He's like, "No, man, it's legit. Like, we'll make some money, and I'll teach you the whole business and
All right,
whatever."
so
So
pause the story for a second. All right, so
yeah,
here you are. He needs to basically form a new company, but he can't do it with his information because of
right.
non-competes or whatever he has up. So he needs
Non-compete
somebody
clause.
else.
Yeah.
He needs somebody else to put in their information to essentially start this company. So you kind of fell into company ownership. Like you weren't even
Oh yeah.
trying. I mean, it's the best part of the
Yeah, man.
story.
It was, yeah, I wasn't trying, but it was rough. When we were starting out, obviously, I didn't know anything. So, and I was the only one with a computer. He was always kind of on the run. Unfortunately, he does have some substance abuse issues, and
Yeah.
that's why we parted ways. But he laid down the business. I would wake up 4 a.m. every day, work with him. We'd be on the phone, talk to his customers. I learned everything from how to build a load, how to find trucks, how to dispatch, how to, we were doing containers, from the port and from the rail. So, you learn from your mistakes, and I certainly made a few back then. But yeah, it was wonderful. And at night, I would go wait tables at Mastro's, until about 11 o'clock. I'd get home at midnight, and then back up at 4 a.m. to
Do it
take
again.
phone calls and, keep working. So um, it was rough when I had to kind of let him go. And the customers, he was like, "Well, they're my customers," and I'm like, "Well, you're not talking to them. You call them at 2 in the morning, when you're drunk or whatever, and they don't appreciate that, and I'm the one that they're dealing with all the time. So basically, they're my customers." And yeah, I just kept the business going, and I wish him the best. I'm not really sure if he's gotten over the issues or what. Last time I talked to him, again, he messaged me late at night, and then I messaged him during business hours, and he didn't respond. So not really sure what's going on with that, but I do appreciate him teaching me this new skill that has turned into my business, and been able to help me provide for my family.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the sad part of the story. Obviously, you never want to see anybody struggle in life, but it's
Right.
so wild how this whole thing happened. I mean, it's just crazy that you just fell into a business, a successful business, and you learned a lot. And now you're running it. And then at some point, you decided to go under the umbrella with SPI. How'd you get connected with SPI Logistics?
So SPI was the company that he found to sign me up under. So actually, yeah, we started straight with SPI, which is kind of unusual for any agent to, have their first brokerage be someone as big and successful as SPI is. They are, as they have independent agencies all over North America. And I believe it's 65 offices with 220 employees, or not employees, but agents. I became very close with Joe Chandler through all of my
Great dude.
struggles.
Yeah.
He's the best. I love that guy so much. And if I'm guessing a lot of people in the industry know him. He's been doing it his whole entire life. His parents were in the trucking industry. So, yeah, he's very knowledgeable and just one of the best human beings on the earth.
Dude, I couldn't say anything much better than that. I mean, he's so wise, he's so kind, and he's also kind of like a no nonsense guy. Like he has like the perfect balance of compassion and truth and empathy and authority and respect. Like Just a tremendous guy, and the whole crew over there. I think when you realize the leadership of a company, that's when you start to understand why they're so successful. So from Joe and Mike and James and Anita and all of them that are in the leadership team, they do a phenomenal job. What is it about working with SPI that you've really come to appreciate?
I mean, you kind of hit it on the head there, man. The people. It's hard to find people to be as caring, like genuinely caring, and in a professional atmosphere. And these people actually care about you. They do a great job. They're very hardworking. They provide you with everything you need to be successful as an agent running an agency on your own, like I am. I actually recently brought on a contractor that's in the family, and he's doing really well. Again, SPI, helped me onboard him, train him, and get him going. So, there's just a lot of aspects about SPI that other people probably don't get at like the bigger brokerages, where you don't have the president's direct cell phone number. You can't text him and have him respond within a few minutes. And that's what I think sets them apart, is just they're, first of all, their wonderful treatment of all their agents, but also just the fact that they are so available to you from the top all the way down.
Yeah. And what I love about the agent model, I've learned a lot, obviously working with SPI now as our sponsor, and we appreciate their support tremendously. But what I've learned about them is, their focus is to make sure that you as an agent get to stay in your sweet spot as much as possible throughout the day. What is that for you? What's your sweet spot? What do you focus on? What do you spend your time doing, most of the day?
So do you mean like what type of freight do I run?
Just like what does your day look like? What do you get to
Okay.
do throughout the day? Are you spending most of your time with customers? Like what do you love doing that SPI really allows you to do because they take care of everything else?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so most of my day is spent, prospecting a little bit, which I actually don't have to do much of, because most of my business is word of mouth, or from referrals, which has been wonderful.
The
But
best form of marketing that there is, right there.
absolutely. Yeah,
Means you're doing a good
absolutely.
job. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. You do a good job, and, people want to recommend you to their friends, to other businesses that they know. But yeah, my day really looks like, I usually wake up early to truckers' calls from loads that I would have posted from the night before, especially when we're doing big projects and stuff. Like, I'm getting phone calls 4 a.m., sometimes earlier, when the time is 3 hours different from the East Coast. And then, I'm booking trucks, man, booking trucks, dispatching loads, tracking loads, collecting paperwork. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Answering emails, giving rate quotes out. Um, yeah, I would say that that's pretty much how I spend most of my day. I have a very intricate tracking system. One of my customers, they haul chassis, or they ship chassis. So they're one of the biggest chassis providers in the country. And I have to track and, keep all of the chassis ID numbers. So I've got an Excel spreadsheet with all the ID numbers, the carrier name, when the data was picked up, the data was delivered, and then, if I have the paperwork yet from them from the out gate, which is at pickup, or in gate, which is at delivery. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do for that. We do produce. We do what else do we do? I move commercial laundry equipment. All kinds of stuff, man. And that's the best part about this business, is there's just so much to learn. You can never stop learning in this business. There's so many different products to move. Like, when I started with the commercial laundry equipment, when I started shipping that, like, that was from a referral from a friend of mine. His uncle owns a company here in Phoenix. And I mean, I was like, wait, what am I moving?
What?
A towel folder? Like, what is that? You know, like
Can you
laundry
send one to the
carts?
house? Can
Yeah.
I get one? Can,
Yeah.
can I
No,
get
I've
someone out
got
to
one of
help me?
those. He's 15 years old.
That's
His
right.
name's
That's right.
Mattis. Yeah, that's my towel folder, man.
That's exactly right, man. That's so
Garbage and
good.
laundry. Those are his responsibilities.
That's so awesome. No, but you're right though. There's so many opportunities in freight. There's so many different things that you can move. And what I love about what you said is that like you're focusing on new sales, customer experience, and booking loads, which is what you enjoy doing. You don't have to deal with a lot of the back office admin stuff and all that kind of stuff. I just can't imagine what it would be like to have to handle all the admin side of things, HR side of things, just all of that. It's a big lift. You know, it's a lot to do. So it keeps you in your sweet spot
Absolutely.
unless you just focus on that. I have to ask you this question. So you have a saying, it's not about what you know, but who you know. You mentioned this in your profile online, something your dad used to tell you, but let's dive deeper into that. What are some of those influences that your dad had, and this saying in particular? I notice I often say things that my dad said to me that I kind of forgot about, and I'm like, wait, my dad said that to me. So this is one that means a lot to you. What do you think about that? Obviously, from a networking side.
So yeah, I mean, I've always looked up to my dad. He's a very hardworking guy. Left his house when he was 18 years old. His father and his stepmother had a disagreement over a car that he paid for and he maintained. They wouldn't let him take it even though they didn't need to use it. So he left. He joined the Marine Corps. He turned 21 in Vietnam. When he came
Wow.
back, he
And made it
joined the
back from
police
Vietnam.
force.
Man, that's
Yeah,
something.
made it back from
Wow.
Vietnam. Very important. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here.
Uh,
But yeah, he put himself through night school at Pitt while he was on the police force in Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania. When
Beautiful
he
area.
left, he left because he wanted to take a sergeant's exam, and he had been a cop for 3 years and 9 months. He needed 3 more months before he was like allowed to take the exam, and he just asked his superior to let him take it just so he could see where he fell. Said he'd sign a waiver. The guy wouldn't let him, so they got in a disagreement, and my dad left. And it was through a connection that of his a woman that he worked with, and knew he was very personable, and said, you'd be great in sales. I know someone at J&L, Jones and Laughlin Steel, and got him an interview. He ended up getting the job, and that's kind of what he did for the rest of his life, that helped my whole family thrive. And had he not done
Wow.
that, might be a lot different of a life. So for me, in my teenage years, I was a smartass. I mean, as I'm sure you can imagine, most teenagers are, right? But
Yeah, a
I
lot of
didn't
us
always
were.
treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't treat people with the respect that I think they deserved. And I thought I could do everything on my own. And my father, he always used to tell me what you said. It's not about what you know, but it's about who you know. That old adage. And uh, he meant it because he wanted me to make connections that could help me, further and better myself. And I believe that while it is about, making that connection, you also need the knowledge to keep that connection going. Like you can get your foot in the door, but it's your knowledge of solving problems for your customers that really keeps them coming back to you. And that's one of the things. No favors, right? The song that I had as my walk-up song. It's the hard work and the knowledge that I bring to the connections that I receive that keeps them doing business with me.
Yeah. Your network truly is your net worth. I always tell people this: if you want to start a business, the best thing you can do is network for 6 months. Like if you just network for 6 months,
Yeah,
you're gonna get
absolutely.
more at bats. You're gonna get more at bats in your business. I mean, it just matters so much to have a great network,
Like
good
you
people in
said,
your
yeah,
network.
at bats.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, just need at bats, that's for sure. All right, well, speaking of games, listen, we got to pause for a minute, Drew, because we always like to have a little fun on the show. We got a game today. I know it's Thanksgiving week, but we got a Christmas emoji edition of What Is That? All right, Drew, here's how the game works. We're going to put up some emojis, and these emojis, you and I have to guess what emoji movie or what movie we're talking about from the emojis. All right, so we've got to work together on this, put a little theme music behind us here, and we'll get off and running. Let's go. Here we go with the first one. Let's see the emoji here.
Oh, Christmas Story.
Yeah. Okay, that's a test one. Example. That was too easy. We got that one, a Christmas Story. All right, let's go to number 2 here. We got a Christmas tree, and we got some musical notes. So let's see. Christmas music, Christmas tree, holiday.
Sound of Music? No.
That's not really a holiday one.
Yeah, that's not a holiday one. No.
Dude, this is tough.
A Christmas Carol.
Oh, A Christmas Carol. Nice work.
Yeah.
Nice work, Drew. Appreciate that. Nice work. Okay, all right. Next one, we got a green dot, and we got a red kind of little devil. Green dot, red devil. Ooh, I don't know about this one. What is that? What is that emoji? What is that, Drew?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Green
the devil, I think. Green devil. No, I don't know. I was gonna say bad Santa, but there's no Santa in there.
I know that's not a Santa. That's definitely a devil. There's horns and everything. Let's see.
What do you think, man?
The Devil Wears Prada is not a Christmas movie. Oh gosh, Bad Santa? No, that can't be it. It's a green. What is this? I'm thinking like the Grinch. That can't be the Grinch. Oh, it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that. We got it at the last second.
Man, I don't know.
I wasn't gonna
blank there.
Okay, now we got the thankful hands, we got stars, and we got street signs. Miracle on 47th Street.
34th Street.
34th.
Yeah, you were so.
I said 47. That's like Times Square. I think it's 47th Street. I guess that's what I was going with there. Miracle on 34. I'm making up movie names. It's great. Okay, easy enough.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. That's right. Santa Claus. Got it. That's good. We just watched that as a family, by the way, just last weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. That's right. Home Alone. Let's go. I like Christmas edition emoji. Here we go. You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail. Yeah.
Is that not?
Is that a Christmas movie?
I guess
I don't know.
I guess it happened during Christmas. I don't know either.
Debatable.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. This is Anna Elsa. This is Frozen. Frozen. Come on, Frozen.
Thank you.
Yeah,
jeez.
Got it. I haven't watched that in a long time. My daughters love
that
one. All right. Okay. We got a hand pointing to the left, and we've got four women emojis. So 4 women and a hand. Hand pointing to the right. That, like that. Right.
To the right.
Or is that left?
To my left.
To the left. Left. Okay, I don't know that. I'm blanking. Dude, I got nothing.
I'm blanking on this one, man.
Little Women.
Little. I got it.
Now it makes sense. Okay, cool. I didn't catch that emoji. I was thinking of a pointing. Okay, missed that one. All right, let's see. Do we have another one? Okay, here we go. Finger pointing at you and somebody sleeping. Ooh, I'm blanking here, Drew.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of Christmas movies.
The Night Before Christmas? No.
Night Before Christmas.
No. Oh, I don't, dude. I'm struggling with this one. Okay, what is it? We don't know. What is it? What is it? Oh, while you were sleeping. Yeah, that actually took place during Christmas. That's true. It's a good point. That's an oldie, man. That's way back in the day. Is that our last one? Are we going to end on a miss? Oh man, that stinks. Oh, that's all. Right. Well, that was we got a lot, Drew. We probably got 6 or 7. That was close. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. So pretty good little game. I hope you enjoyed that. That was this edition of What Is That? I hope you enjoyed that. All right. So random question. We also like to have a little bit of fun with you and talk a little bit about. We always have a random question on the show. Do we have a random question on the show today? Oh, we do. Look at this. If you were a wrestler, what would be your entrance theme? Do you watch WWE or UFC?
I used to quite a bit, but not so much anymore. I'm too busy working, man. Yeah, I've got a lot going on with freight and other stuff, so I'm not watching a lot of wrestling. But
do you have a theme song, a walk-up song?
Oh man, I mean. Mine would probably be some rap song. I would say
Yeah.
maybe Forgot About Dre.
Ooh, that could be a good one. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like DJ Khaled, All I Do Is Win. I enjoy walking out to
Ooh,
that. I'm a big
oh
fan of that
yeah.
song. That could be a good one. I don't know if it's a good wrestling theme song, but it'd be fun to go. I mean, you have to win every match. You can't really lose after you have that walk up song. Like that's
Fair
you have to be
enough.
undefeated for that song. You can't go in like 22-1 or 22-2. You have to be undefeated with that song. So anyways, good stuff there. All right, so what's next for you, my friend? We got to play golf again. We got to get out and hit the course. Are you going to the Waste Management Open? Do you go to that, or do you stay away from that?
Oh, I like to go to that every year. I usually like to go on Sunday,
Mm,
because it's actually, even though it's the final day, it's always on Super Bowl Sunday. So it is not as busy, and
good
you can
point.
actually get to watch golf. But I've gone, since I graduated ASU in '08. So since '04, I've kind of been going up there. And I
It's
mean,
changed a little bit.
yeah, oh, quite a bit. I've been a part of the guys that are there at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, waiting in
Oh,
line,
it's
and then
crazy running
sprint
in.
to the 16th hole. Yeah, that was a lot of fun that year. But yeah, I like to go with my wife. If my dad's in town, he'll go with me, and we're big golf fans. Like you said, I'm
Yeah,
a big golf junkie, man. So I actually
that's
want to
awesome.
watch the golf. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I've seen quite a few of the tournaments, and this year, I don't know if I'm going yet, um, but I would like to.
I know. I've been once, and it was really fun. And I'm thinking that we may have to do like an SPU or an SPI trip to the Waste Management Open. I think we got to make that happen. So we got to get Mike and
Yeah, we
James,
got to
these guys
get
on board.
Joe Chandler on the
Let's
horn
go.
for
Get
that
Joe
one.
down
Have him
there.
set
Come
it
on.
up,
Let's
man.
make it happen, boys. I'm sure they're watching. So
Get a
let's get that
box
one
in the
rocking and rolling.
16th for us.
I know,
Yeah,
man. I've been there one time. I was at the 16th hole that one time. It's amazing how you leave the 16th and 17th complex and you go like to 15, 14, 13, and nobody's out there. Like there's a whole
right.
stretch of desert where it's just golf being played and nobody's there. You get to the 16th and 17th hole, you can't even walk around. It's
Right.
crazy how it can kind of consolidate all the people in one location. Drew, man,
Yeah.
listen, it's been a blast having you on the show, man. I'm glad that we're friends and getting a chance to hang out. Can't wait to play golf again in Phoenix. We're gonna have the second edition of the Bill Butler Memorial Golf Tournament in Phoenix in April. That'll be fun. And congrats on all the success with SPI and all the great stuff you're doing, man. It's great to have you on the show, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you inviting me on, and I'm looking forward to playing golf with you again. Whenever you're out here, just hit me up. You got my
I'm gonna
number,
have to
man.
redo my sticks, man. I gotta get better grips now and everything to keep up with
Hey,
me. So
check out those Iomic grips, the
I
sticky
know,
grips,
man.
man. They're unbelievable. I think they probably wear pretty quickly, but
They feel good when
as
you're using
far
them.
as
Yeah,
grips,
exactly.
yeah, well, and as far as
Yeah.
grips go in Arizona, where it's all sweaty, man, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Drew, we'll talk to you, man. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks, man. Take it easy.
All right, everybody, make sure you come back every Tuesday for another episode of Standing Out. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Lots to be thankful for. Get some rest, get some relaxation. Get ready to finish December strong and finish out 2023. And we'll see you again on another episode of Standing Out, brought to you by our friends over at SPI Logistics. Check them out at success.spi3pl.com. We'll see you guys on the flip flop. Peace out. See you.